Do you remember when Ilia Topuria went on a podcast and said he drowned Khabib Nurmagomedov? Yeah, he claimed he was the better fighter and would beat the undefeated legend. Back then, everyone mocked him and dismissed him completely. El Matador wasn't even in the top 10 back then, so the MMA world saw it as pure delusion. Fans mocked him and nobody took that statement seriously. But fast forward to today, and suddenly the conversation has completely flipped. Now, the MMA community has actually started comparing Ilia to Khabib. Ariel Helwani on his show even did a full segment breaking down their resumes, asking the wild question, has Ilia Topuria surpassed Khabib in the GOAT rankings? That's a question nobody would have dared to ask a couple years ago, but Ilia's rise has been so dominant, so flawless, that what once sounded crazy now feels like a legit debate. Ariel actually leaned toward Ilia, pointing to the level of competition he's faced, how quickly he rose to the top, and how complete his game looks right now. But his co-host wasn't having it. He backed Khabib hard, highlighting his perfect 29-0 record, his absurd dominance inside the octagon, and the fact that nobody ever even came close to beating him.
So, let's go last 5 fights. Fair?
Sure.
Okay, so the submission over Bryce Mitchell, probably more impressive than the UD over Barbosa. No. Disagree.
Barbosa's better at that time than Bryce Mitchell has.
Okay.
So disagree.
The 5-round decision win over Iaquinta versus the 5-round decision win over Emmett. The Emmett one was very one-sided. Iaquinta took the fight on 24 hours notice. Iaquinta probably a little higher regarded at the time. Volk KO versus Connor Sub.
I rate the Volk KO higher.
Volk coming off the knockout.
But the Connor Sub is still very...
Yeah.
Both are very impressive.
Connor won a second round against him. Submission over Poirier.
Submission over Poirier versus knockout of Holloway. I equal those.
You equal them?
Like
Charles KO versus Gaethje Sub.
Gaethje Sub.
Okay, if Ilia keeps this up for 2, 3, 4, 5 more fights, he leaves him in his dust. Agreed?
Certainly agreed.
Jack Della Maddalena just surprised a lot of people with some unexpected fire. The usually soft-spoken, no-nonsense Aussie made headlines after a recent live MMA appearance where he boldly claimed he's going to dominate Islam Makhachev. Jack dismissed Islam as too small and said he plans to do what Volk did to him in their first fight, but even worse. A fight where Islam struggled with pressure and pace. And coming from someone who rarely talks trash, this kind of confidence is grabbing everyone's attention. By the way, here's a footage of JDM putting a jiu-jitsu world champion Craig Jones to sleep. This fight is intriguing for so many reasons. If Jack wins, Islam might have no choice but to go back down to lightweight and face the Matador. If Islam dominates, it could cement his legacy as a rare 2-division champ carried by one of the most dominant streaks in lightweight history. While most analysts favor Islam in this one, some fans are giving Jack a real shot. He's riding a massive win streak, his boxing is clean, his takedown defense looked solid against a relentless grappler like Belal Muhammad, and his fight IQ is sharp. But let's be real, Islam is a different beast. Belal may have elite cardio and grit, but he literally trained with Islam and picked up techniques from him. Still, Jack's confidence isn't coming out of nowhere. He's been on a tear, and he's earned this moment. It's a classic striker versus grappler clash with a whole lot of legacy on the line. So what do you think? Who comes out on?
Your first defense is most likely against pound for pound #1 in the world, the lightweight champion Islam Makhachev. Talk me through about that particular matchup and what you think and how excited you are to prove yourself yet again.
Yeah, it's the dream first title defense, pound for pound #1. Get him back for Volk. We saw what Volk did to him. I'm gonna get him. He's too little. I'm gonna get him.
Ilia Topuria and Arman Tsarukyan are officially in a war of words, and the lightweight division just got even hotter. After El Matador's brutal knockout win over Charles Oliveira, the buzz around him is at an all-time high. But while Arman Tsarukyan sits as the clear #1 contender, things between him and Dana White remain icy. Dana has publicly stated that Arman still won't be getting the title shot despite him weighing in as a backup. That alone has stirred controversy, especially considering most MMA MMA fans and analysts believe Tsarukyan is the most dangerous stylistic threat to Topuria right now, but Ilia doesn't see it that way at all. In fact, he went off in a recent Spanish interview claiming that Arman is actually the easiest matchup in the entire division, even easier than Paddy Pimblett. He didn't just downplay Arman, he straight up trashed him, saying he'd have no problems dealing with him. Tsarukyan is the easiest matchup of them all. He's much easier than Paddy, much easier. I don't even know what to call him. Imagine having the opportunity to fight for the world title and when the day comes, you pull out because your back hurts. I just can't even understand it on any level. I would have fought without an arm. I don't care. The days I fought Volk and Max, I don't care. Come on, I would fight no matter what. And him, you know what he did. Oh, my back hurts. I can't fight. Man, clearly you're not where you need to be. End quote. Naturally, Arman wasn't going to stay quiet. He fired back, mocking Topuria's resume. Fun fact of the day, Ilia Topuria never fought anyone in their prime. Arman says, the back and forth is getting personal, and now the fans are getting more and more interested to see this fight happen. What do you think, fight fans? Would you rather see Ilia face Paddy Pimblett or Arman in his first title defense at 155? Leave your comments below. Merab Dvalishvili is calling the shots now, and he's clearly enjoying the power. In a recent interview with MMA Junkie Radio, the reigning UFC bantamweight champion revealed something that not many fighters ever get to say. The UFC has given him full control over his next move. We're talking date, location, opponent, the whole thing. And right now, all signs are pointing to Cory Sandhagen. Merab shared that Cory actually approached him at a recent event and said, "You're the champ, you tell us when we're fighting." And that mentality is exactly what Merab is stepping into. He explained how the UFC called him while he was visiting Georgia and told him to enjoy his time back home, then come to Vegas and decide what's next. That's when it hit him. It's his call now. While Petr Yan's name came up, Merab acknowledged that Yan is already booked, which clears the path for Cory to be the most logical and deserving opponent. As for the where and when, Merab is still weighing his options. He mentioned New York as his dream location, possibly at Madison Square Garden, but Abu Dhabi and Las Vegas are also strong contenders. He floated October as a potential month, leaning toward Vegas, but said if he can make New York happen, he'll go for it. One thing's for sure, this is a champ who's not just holding the belt, he's calling the shots with it. And if the Sandhagen fight gets locked in, it's going to be a high-level, high-stakes banger fans won't want to miss. Let's hear it from you guys. Who do you think is the one to stop Merab at bantamweight? Is there anyone out there who can keep up with that insane pace, wrestling, and cardio for 5 full rounds? Could it be Umar Nurmagomedov in a future rematch? Or will Merab just keep steamrolling through everyone and stretch this wild win streak for years to come? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. That's it from MMA Psycho. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for daily MMA news.